Hello YouTube and happy 2017. I hope everybody's having a really good 2017. I know we're only 3 days in and it's the end of a quarter for me, so everybody knows what that means. I get to list off the quarterly goals and see where I succeeded and where I failed. Now, if you've been following my channel, you've probably seen a couple of these videos already, but what I do is I set out a list of goals for myself, 10 to 14 of them. It's always more than I can typically handle, and the idea is to get at least half of them, and getting half of them is considered to be a success. So I got this idea from another author. Her name is Jenna Moresi, and I've sort of made it my own, but you should check out her channel because her stuff is great. And typically when I make this list, it isn't always about writing. I typically do 75% writing and authorly stuff, and then 25% personal stuff or just other things that I could think of. So let's dive right in. Let's see how either awesome I was or how much of a failure I was. Number 1, finished Drawing of the Three by Stephen King. I did not do this one. So my reading time hasn't been where I would like it to be. It's something that I've kind of struggled with because when I start working on a project, I kind of obsess over it. But now that I'm starting anew and I don't have a book coming out yet, I hope that I will be able to improve on this. Number 2, set up book signings. I have not done this. I've been avoiding this one. I think I'm kind of nervous about it. And I mean, that's normal. I'm new to this, but I'm hoping to be tackling this more soon. 3, cancel Amazon subscription. I am on top of that one. See, I've been trying to be more economical with my money, and my Amazon subscription and addiction has not been helpful. It's pretty easy when it's at a click of a button, right? So I think I'm going to take a year off of Amazon, and that should help me save up some more money so that way I can do more fun stuff besides order books all day. Number 4, make viral ads. This is another one I failed at. So I'm hoping to make viral ads sort of in the same vein that Chris Carter used to do with X-Files and Millennium and The Lone Gunman. If you're familiar with those shows, you probably know that they're mostly urban fantasy and very mysterious in their ad campaigns, and I sort of wanted to emulate that because a lot of my writing has been inspired by both the X-Files and Millennium. So that's another thing that I kind of want to try to tackle at some point, maybe once I can afford better technology. Who knows? 5, no fast food during December. I failed at that one big time. Number 6, outline next book. I did do this one actually, and this was probably one of the harder ones that I had on this list because outlining a book is always extremely difficult, and it's not something I normally do because it changes. My story ideas will change from time to time, but I'm working on a romance novel in addition to a sequel to Phantom Walk: The Lost, and I outlined most of the romance novel, which I haven't titled yet, and I'm still kind of figure out what the deal is with the male character. But I'm really excited about this project. When typically when people hear that I'm now working on a romance book, they're really surprised about it because I work mostly in horror and urban fantasy. So I first announced this thing to my writers group back when it was just an idea and I wasn't really thinking about making it into a book that I would publish, and they were very, very surprised and kind of excited. So I hope it will live up to the expectations. Number 7, write a short story for Writing Out Cancer. I did do this one. Writing Out Cancer was the podcast I did on the 24th of December, and it was a charity event for the American Cancer Society. If you still want to listen, you still want to donate, it is on my channel. You can listen to that anytime at all. The short story that I submitted for the podcast was Open Skies, which was a Western science fiction, and I had a lot of fun doing that. Number 8, interview. I like to call her the British lady because Jane Livingston. That's her name. Interview Jane Livingston. So I've had this neighbor for years when I was growing up that was an author. She also writes romance, and I've been putting off interviewing her, not because she's like a mean person, but because she's very, very, very well known in England and Great Britain, and it's very intimidating to talk to somebody like that. And I just kept finding excuses not to do it, even though when I would go over to my mom and dad's, I could just walk down there. But I'm hoping to maybe talk to her, especially since I'm starting this new book that is a completely different thing for me. So if you're keeping track, I was able to do 1, 2, 3. So I did 3 out of the 8. So I didn't quite make my goal, and that's fine. This is why I do this sort of thing, because you're gonna fail from time to time, and this is a good motivator, because this is the first time I've not made half my quarterly goals, and I could throw out excuses all day, but the key is to do better next time. And I'm excited I'm gonna go ahead and list off the ones that I'm gonna do for the next quarter, January through March. Number 1, make viral ads. Number 2, monthly book reviews. Number 3, title a romance book and write 25 pages for it. Number 4, write 30 pages for Phantom Lock 2. Number 5, research and create merchandise. Number 6, monthly horror movie reviews. Number 7, go to the movies every other weekend. Number 8, figure out a super awesome book research trip. Number 9, research PIs and FBI. Number 10, take some astronomy classes. Number 11, run every Sunday morning. Number 12, do something new for your 25th birthday. Number 13, finish the X-Files. So like I said, anybody can do this. You don't have to be an author, an actor, or whatever. This can be done for anything, whether you're in business or you want to do something for school. This is really great, because I don't do New Year's resolutions anymore because I have stuff like this now. Because the thing with a New Year's resolution is you set it out and maybe you succeed at it, but it's just one thing. And I guess my New Year's resolution is always to try to succeed to my quarterly goals to the best of my ability. So I would recommend doing something like this. I always write it down, put it on my refrigerator. You can put it on your phone, inside your car, wallet, wherever. Just anywhere that you go by frequently, so that way you see it all the time. Everybody have a really good weekend, and let's have a really great 2017. I'm looking so forward to this year. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff on my YouTube channel and on Twitter, and just more book stuff in general, and I'm really looking forward to this year.